Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is April 21st, and right now we are looking at the Doppler radar. You can see some showers still moving across northern portions, and we're probably going to have a convergence zone set up somewhere near the Snohomish-King County line again today through this afternoon, as we have this onshore flow ongoing here that started yesterday. And if you were out and about during the day, about 2:40, some areas a little bit earlier, the further southwest you went, and a little bit later, the further off to the northeast you go. Brought a pretty good shot of wind with it, and definitely could feel the cooling temperatures. Dropped 21 degrees at my house in about 3 hours here. So yeah, had some interesting stuff going on yesterday. We'll take a look at that right here. You can see as we went through the day yesterday, we had some nice sunny skies for much of the day, and then some lenticular clouds started popping up across the area, and then you can see this cold front just move in here and just blasted through the region. And we actually got some sun again on the back side of this here for a nice sunset for some areas yesterday as well. And as we scroll through this morning, you can still kind of see these showers moving about here. And we're probably, like I mentioned, again, are going to get some convergence zone activity here, mainly north of Seattle. And we'll look at that in the models here in a moment. But you can see Sunday, breezy, partly cloudy with mountain showers. Cools with high in the 50s here for eastern Washington. You can see Monday and Tuesday starting to warm up a bit here. Probably Tuesday, the warmest day, before we start to drop back down again here. And we have another trough headed our way. And some of the lakes out there across some of the northern Rockies and Idaho are going to be pretty choppy here because you got some of these strong onshore flow going on as we speak right now. Westerly winds. Now we got a frost advisory as well for tomorrow morning. Check it out. It doesn't include the Seattle area itself, but just in some of the outlying areas, including Olympia, some of the Kitsap Peninsula, Southwest Washington, down towards Oregon as well. You might get some frost out there, so watch out for those sensitive plants. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station to measure that temperature at your house, puts a nice little widget on your smartphone and sends you updates if you like, stores all this data for you in the cloud. Click on the link down below to save 10% off. Highly recommended. So taking a look at what's going on, we've got this system kind of moving through here, and you can kind of see it spinning through. And then we go on in towards this afternoon here today. And then we start to build a ridge back again here as we go through Monday, Tuesday, kind of a transient ridge here. Then we have another system here rolling through western BC, and this one might hang out for a while here, right over the Pacific Northwest, as it looks like we're going to have some troughing going all the way on into next weekend, and we'll take a look at that here in a moment as well. So if we take a look at the winds, you can see the strong onshore flow here, but it does relax a bit as we go through the day today, just a little bit. There's still some gusty winds out there and some strong westerlies, maybe Highway 2 and north of I-90 towards Spokane, and you can see the westerly winds still going down the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Things start to turn northerly here for the coastal areas, and then we start to relax that gradient. We even turn it offshore a bit, as you can see, as we go on in through late Monday night into Tuesday. It's going to allow us to warm up here pretty nicely as we go through the day Tuesday. So another nice day coming up here, but another marine push will be rolling in here. As you can see, the westerlies start to roll through again on Tuesday afternoon. Won't be quite as strong or anything, but you're going to notice the cool down as we go through Tuesday evening for sure. And then we start to bring this trough across the area. More on that here in a moment. But I want to show you the temperatures here for today. This is the National Blend of Models. Getting into the lower 60s here for the Willamette Valley and some of western Oregon. Maybe some mid 60s out there. Some sunshine at times for some areas. But as we go into tomorrow, you can see we do warm up. Maybe get towards 70 for Portland Metro. But look at Tuesday here. Check it out. Seattle maybe back up towards 70. Some nice warm temperatures up into the valleys of BC here and some of the lower elevations of Vancouver Island. Some mid 70s out there as well. But look what happens as we go to Wednesday. You can see the cool down really start for western Washington, western Oregon, and then it kind of tries to sweep over much of the Pacific Northwest here as we go towards the end of the week. And taking a look here, this is a 3-hour temperature change. So this goes through Tuesday evening. I want to kind of show you the cool down coming. Another pretty nice substantial cool down after another very warm day here on Tuesday coming up for many areas west of the Cascades, as you can see. Now, take a look at the sea level pressure here. So we've got the high pressure over the Pacific Ocean here, and we've got kind of the low pressure system moving through British Columbia as of last night. You can kind of see this ridge start to build here as we go through Monday into Tuesday. You can see a little bit of a semblance of a thermal trough here. And this is what happens during our warmest spells during the summer as well. We get kind of this thermal trough here, and we get kind of that offshore flow. We get some compression off the mountains, and we warm up quite nicely here. But what happens is that eventually this will traverse to the east portions here, and then you can see the lower pressure is going to be out here, higher pressure here. Then we start to get that onshore flow, and we get that marine push that really cools things down. So that's what's going to happen again here Tuesday after another very warm day for many areas. Now, if we take a look here, I had this up. Let's see if it loads. Hopefully it does. And let's go ahead and give it a second here. We're looking at max wind gusts. If not, you're going to have to take my word for it. We had some gusts up over 40 miles per hour. We had trees down. We had some power outages as well. I saw blowing dust at my house. Saw some branches coming down as well. But for some reason, it's not loading today. But yeah, pretty wild time out there yesterday. I mean, what a cool down. It just came in with such a vengeance. It was pretty fun to watch. Now, taking a look at what's going on as we go through the day today. This is Sunday, and check it out as we go on in through. This is about 1 o'clock. There's 2, 3, 4, 5 p.m. You can kind of see that convergence zone activity across the Snohomish-King County line there, and you can see some precipitation across the Cascades continuing all the way on in through tonight into very early tomorrow morning before that starts to wrap up here. And then we start to build a bit of a ridge here as we go through Monday and Tuesday. As I mentioned again, Tuesday should be a pretty nice day here across much of the area. And now looking at total precipitation in inches, so we're going to take a look at what's coming here as we go through today. You can kind of see that convergence zone signature, some locally heavier amounts across the higher terrain. Watch out if you're in the back country, still kind of raw out there across the Cascades as you go through this evening. And then as we scroll off into the future here, we start to bring that troughing across the region. You can see some rain shadowing will be going on, but there's some decent amount showing up across some of the coastal ranges here in the Cascades also. And you can see the big rain shadowing across portions of eastern Washington also. Pretty typical stuff there, but Seattle not picking up much rain there. It's kind of a part of that rain shadow here as well as up towards Whidbey Island and some of the San Juans also. Now, taking a look at Seattle, you can kind of see, I think we might get a little bit warmer than this here on Monday, and then we're going to bounce back here on Tuesday, and then the next trough starts rolling in here, and you can see the red line is the average high for this time of year. Taking a look at Eugene, Oregon, look at this up towards 70 degrees here as we go through Tuesday and then dropping back down pretty dramatically here Wednesday through Thursday for Eugene. And Portland, something similar here as well. You're looking towards Mullen, Idaho here, and you can kind of see maybe another decent day here. Relatively speaking, you're looking at a little bit higher elevation here, and you can see the cool down that's going to be coming here as we go towards the mid portions and the end of the weekend coming up, end of the week coming up. Now, if you missed this yesterday, we'll go over this one more time. Seasonal temperature outlook. This was May, June, July. You can see the clear above average signal here across much of the Pacific Northwest with below average precipitation. We really start drying out anyway at this time of year, so that's kind of a concerning signal there. Hopefully we don't start reintroducing even more extensive drought conditions here across the region. This is June, July, and August above average temperatures with below average signal here during July. Are you kidding me? It's already bone dry here across Pacific Northwest. That's not a good signal to look at. And here we go through August, again above average with that below average signal there. And same thing for August, September, October. Now, as we head on in towards the end of the year here, we have some good news, because if you like snow and cooler temperatures, of course, we got an incoming La Nina here, and so we've got the below average signal starting to show up here in the Climate Prediction Center, and you can see the above average precipitation for December. Here we go, January below and above yet again. So cross your fingers. Maybe we'll get some interesting lowland snow events here, or at least we'll build up a nice snowpack across the higher terrain. This is February below average there also. So yeah, interesting stuff. Typical kind of La Nina signal there showing up. And if we look at the drought monitor here, it's still not too bad across Washington, Oregon, especially what Oregon had been dealing with the last few years, but there still is some moderate drought out there, and it gets worse once you go across some of the Idaho Panhandle and some of western Montana. And with the warm and dry conditions prog to come over the next few months, hopefully we're not going to exacerbate these conditions, but we'll see. And you can see why this is such a concern also with the mountain snowpack is not good. Some places, down at the 50% here. And BC is also very low on the snowpack here. And of course, that feeds a lot of the rivers like the Columbia. But anyway, yeah, so pretty interesting wave action cloud eastern Washington as well. Saw that this morning showing up here, and you can kind of see the clouds across a lot of the Cascades. But there might be some sun breaks, especially if you're down across Seattle, south through Tacoma and Olympia. Sometimes the convergence zone sets up here and you get the southerly winds, and it's not too bad of a day here, but you wouldn't know it if you're across from the King Snohomish County line up towards Everett and out towards, northern portions of Snohomish County, Marysville out there, when you're dealing with some of the clouds and the precipitation versus getting a little bit of sun further south. But anyway, hope you guys are liking these videos. We're going to do this again tomorrow, and we'll take a look at a little bit more detail on that next coming trough here and see exactly what it is going to entail and what kind of snow amounts we might get across some of the mountainous areas with that one as well. We'll always take some low or some mountain snowfall here as we get towards the end of our snow producing season here. Once we start getting into May and June here, we really start to reduce the snow that falls across the higher terrains, as you guys know. So anyway, yeah, we'll do this again tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys then. Hope you guys are having a good day.